Run it back. Love.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots next on EA Sports.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis back with you. And Charles, for years, a trip to Foxborough quite often led to a loss for opposing teams. But the Patriots have been, in essence, a 500 team since the departure of TB12 3 years ago.
And things have switched because they are a defense-led team, and that's what's kept them in most games. Their key, can they get more explosive on offense and truly establish who their QB1 is?
Meanwhile, for the Texans, things are changing rapidly in the Space City. They've got the new coach in DeMeco Ryans coming over from the Niners. They made two big splashes on draft night, but fixing the defense seems a priority.
And remember the 2022 draft? They took a lot of guys on that side of the ball. So maybe we just need a little bit more seasoning with some of the talent that they've accumulated.
For the kicker, Chad Ryland has this one teed up, and we are underway. Off we go in Foxborough. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
In only 2 seasons, Stroud showed all he needed to at Ohio State. All-American, Heisman finalist, program records galore. He looks every bit like the #1 overall pick. He went #2, but Houston is thrilled to have him.
On the ready.
Coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So we see it right here on the opening drive. Throwing the football in these snowing conditions going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter. As long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing, Jones. No option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the... Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Possession. 1st and goal, and defensively, all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Did that totally surprise you after the meeting we had with the head coach this week?
He talked about being aggressive, but opening drive of the game to fake a field goal, that's very aggressive.
Yeah, you're right. I'm probably trying to act like I knew a little bit more there. He caught me off guard as well, but looking back on it, he did tell us in our meeting he planned to be very aggressive in this game, and there's a terrific example of it.
Throw end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Jones. Pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Shifts by him. But he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before you get the 1st down.
Folks, kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they would take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well, they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a 2nd one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. It didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Oh, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you come around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. To the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. This is caught. It's Rhodes. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots. You send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
That's the Super Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people.
Yeah, and it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz from 3 yards out. And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Boy, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Jones hit in the ball's in, and the Texans scoop it. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Texans. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because, you know, coaches look at these short field goals. as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing on first down. Jones. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Back to throw. Jones. His throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Desmond King back deep. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Fielded at the 33. A beautiful fake. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Patriots take over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's King. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Stroud off the play fake. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Stroud looking to throw. He'll get the hook up there to Woods. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Stroud. His throw incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stroud. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal, so instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get it rather easily there. A gain of 9 on 4th and 3.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fun in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. His throw here is incomplete.
Well, it looked like he marched to the end zone. Has hit a momentary hold down for that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stroud. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans add 6 to their lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Marcus Jones, a return man. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now out come the Patriots. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for New England. 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he will be out of bounds with a first down as they will have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Tank Dell now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And here comes the Texans now. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First and 10, it's Stroud. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people out of blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A handoff on the option to Singletary. And he's going to get to the 31 and not for the first down. 44 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete here.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10, here's Stroud. He finds his target, it's Schultz. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On first down, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Stroud now on 2nd down. Complete. It's Brown. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here goes Stroud again. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
$19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start. Austin.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing Jones. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
For the Patriot field goal, an 18-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon, as we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Jones now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off play action. Jones. Full incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, good move. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Jones. And incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 24, Jones. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Folks kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Pierce with a motivated run there, and no surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the fourth-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Option right, here's Stroud. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive is eating up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Here's Pierce. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time but move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Jones throwing on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Looking to throw. Jones.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 24 yards. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit is going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Elliott fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Yeah, field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ty Montgomery. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they could somehow get this one back. A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Complete. It's Henry. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
To throw is Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Jones. He's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. I'm happy with that.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. They did in this one. And he's going to miss this one. Now it's no good. Right outside the left upright, but they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.